Denande tak, denande tek, hiru menta la sedulu. Hail Sabreman trapped in the dark, hail Sabreman adrift on thy bar. Dark lords banish, thy reign is nigh. My time to bring the orb or die.
Golden tonight, Jack. Chickens on the griddle.
My undead lords within the core, your name I hail, enfold the orb!
What the heck?
Donande tak, donande tek, heru menta la sed. Damn.
Hun? You want bacon?
You know I do. Damn TV.
Lousy second-rate candle makers, kill them all when I rule the world. What sort of half-baked operation do they think I'm running here? Now where was I? Dananda tat, da da da. Yeah. Oh yeah. I call upon the power of one dark name, one black heart, one grievous soul. I call upon the power of Tremorum Sanctissimum!
What the?
At last, the power of the orb is mine, and with it the souls of the dead. Soon I shall rule triumphant over all of Nox!
Blazes! What manner of demon spawn dares attack my ship? Off, you mutant imp, or you'll have no head to put a hat on!
Wait, please! I need your help! I don't know what's happened or where I am or... What is this place?
No place at all, except the clouds. But off the noble Julian you go, under your power, or by the lift of my boot!
Ah!
Hold on, what's this?
It's my TV.
And what does this TV do?
Do? Doesn't really do anything. You just watch it. See, here's where you plug it in, and this knob changes the channels. I think it's broken.
Intoxicating. The look of it promises a host of mysteries.
You should see it when it's on.
Give me the glass box, imp, and I'll spare you your deadly plummeting fate.
Why do you keep calling me Imp? My name is Jack.
Granted, you've no wings, but you fly like an imp.
I can't fly. I fell. I fell here from my living room.
Fell from what? No matter. It's either overboard with gravity as your guide, or I take the TV as fare for safe passage. Deal?
Can you take me home? Tina made bacon tonight.
Bacon-bound we go, imp. But first, I need your help with something.
Hello everyone and welcome to my new Let's Play, Nox. This is a game from Westwood Studios back in the early 1990s, and I was a very big fan of it in my childhood. I've actually played it a few dozen times, in fact. So, you just got done seeing the introduction cinematic to the game, so let's get started, shall we? We're gonna start a new game, obviously. This will not be multiplayer, because the servers have been down for like 10 years. So when you start a new game, ignore those autosaves. You have to pick between one of three classes, the warrior, the conjurer, or the wizard. I find the warrior to be the easiest by a margin, so we're gonna start with that because it's the easiest to get into the game with. I will on a later date be doing a let's play with the conjurer and wizard, but let's worry about that when we get there. Warriors are very simple. They like to walk up and smack things in the face with giant weapons. They are warriors. The canon name for our character is Jack, as you saw in the cutscene. I could change his skin and hair and whatnot, but I think he looks fine, so let's go.
I do believe I perceive the glint of a young fire knight in your eye. Could be. If that be your path, then, the way of the warrior. Find your way through these brooding mountains to the great subterranean fortress, Dunmere. Find the warlord Horrendous. Learn his ways, the way of the warrior. And maybe, just maybe, you'll survive on Nox. We have arrived, lad. Dunmere. Timeless fortress home of the warrior way, training grounds of the glorious Fire Knights. Gain entry to Dunmere, find the academy, and then be ready for the test of your life, the gauntlet. It weeds out the weak recruits.
Oh yes it does, but we'll deal with that later. Now, the very first thing I want to show you about Nox, something I find very amusing, is that for all 3 classes, every single chapter for each class has its own unique "you failed on your epic quest" little statement that it can play when you get a game over. So I'll be showing each of those because I like them, and here's the first one. How do you die in the tutorial? Step in the lava.
You failed to see the streets of Dunmere and lost your meaningless life in the effort. No salvation remains for the people of Nox. Now I, the all-powerful necromancer Hecuba, shall spread my just tyranny throughout the world.
Yep. She likes to talk a lot of smack when things go wrong. Let's load our autosave then. And now let's start for real. You can go back this way without touching lava, but there's really nothing to see except this guy. He'll just tell you the road to Ix is closed. You'll be seeing more of Ix later. Here we have our first tutorial. We break barrels to get what's inside, and we get the B scroll for the bat creature. Now, scrolls are interesting. Apart from over here getting a little description of the creature, you actually do more damage to any monster you own the scroll of. We can also get an apple. And apples are basic heal items. 2 apples to be exact. Now look carefully at this wall. You see how it's got those weird crumblies on it? Well, it says here if we break walls, we reveal secrets. You can only break certain walls, and the crumbling is a good way to know that that is one you can. Secrets give you experience, like so. This sign just says if we open chests, we can get prizes. Like more gold. So that's 10 gold in our pocket. And look, that bat we just read about. Nothing too hard, just give him a good smack smack and you'll be fine. Now over here is one of the more cleverly hidden secrets in the game. On rare occasions you'll have walls that are behind, against your back so you can't see if they're crumbly or not. But this one actually is breakable once you find the exact right spot. Come on, I know it's breakable, where is it? Give me 1 second guys, it's here, trust me, I'm not crazy. Was it further along? Nope, there it is. See how you couldn't see the crumbly because of the angling? But if you go back here, you get this chest, which has a very interesting item. A pair of flimsy leather boots of the dragon scale. Not only do we get an extra 100 EXP for that, we now have, well, apart from the fact that our earth shoes only have an armor of 10, and these have an armor of 47, we now have level 1 fire protection, which will go a long way to making sure that we actually can get a different secret we'll be going for very soon. So first things
Greetings,
first.
sir. You need some new weapons and armor? This is the place.
Here's the shop. We can sell our old shoes. We can also buy things from him such as more apples and clothing and whatnot. How much do they want to give us for our shoes? Well, he wants to give us 99 gold. That's a fair price, we'll pay that. And now we can continue breaking stuff. Back here we get more apples, because apples are nice. And another secret wall can be busted here for a little bit of easy money. But watch out, on the way out you get ambushed by a little spider monster. But he's nothing we can't handle. So after that, there is another secret out here, but it's kind of difficult to get to.
Your gold is always welcome here.
I'm actually going to buy all 8 apples right out the door with the money I made from my shoes, because we're going to need... Well, you can only carry, Oh, I've already got 9 apples? Wow, okay, fair enough. Yeah, you can only carry 9 of every kind of item. So that's our 9 apples. Here you see you can actually jump over lava, like so. And there's one more secret before we even get inside, but this one's a doozy. This one is so hard to do that I'm actually going to save scum to get it, because doing this without save scumming is comically hard. Okay, we got to the first spot. Now, as you saw, we took a whole lot of damage there, but we need to progress further if we want to finish this up. So we're going to go ahead. And you notice there was a very slight jump in health there. There is a very slow but existing HP regen in the game. So, we're right here. I'm going to save scum again. This is the only time I'll be doing it for this one secret because of how hard it is. The second jump's actually trickier because you got to jump from the angle or you're going to hit that wall here and get screwed up. So jump from this angle way over here. And again, you'll make it with just a little bit of survivability left. Eat a couple more apples, and we gotta do it a 3rd time. So, save the game, and here we go. Okay, here we go, doing it a 3rd time. Again, you don't make it with much to spare. And keep in mind, you can only carry 8 apples, so you gotta try and save enough to get back, which makes it even harder. And with that, again, we barely make it all the way to the end, where we have a sturdy iron sword of embers. In a really dastardly devious place to hide something, I'll tell you. And I've always wished there was like a clever way back through here, but there isn't. You actually have to jump all the way back through the lava again. I hit I to open my inventory so we can see a comparison of what we got here. Our old sword had a durability of 150, weight 40, and it does 5 damage. That's a decent starting weapon for the game. Now this thing on the other hand has 8.20 damage, does 3 fire damage a hit, and its durability is slightly higher as well. It's a pretty good upgrade for so early in the game. Let's pop a few more apples and get back out of here, shall we? Okay, take our last apple. And as you can see, we just don't have enough health to get out now. So, well, I'm going to save the game, obviously, because I got to get back out now. Now, I'm going to just cut off camera, and I'm going to get back, but the problem is I have to sit around for like 10 minutes while my HP regenerates to full to make these jump without having health items. It is a pain in the ass, and it is not worth the sword because of how much weight you do. But, lucky for you guys, through the magic of editing, you won't have to see that. So, I'll catch you guys on the other side of this lava wall. Okay, to make this a little less brutal on myself, I'm going to go ahead and talk a bit more now. When you're low on HP, you can hear that heart thrumming in the background. It'll go away soon once we get a little higher in the HP count. But a few things I want to go over while we wait. When your inventory is open, the game is not paused, so we're still regenerating here. I'm going to go over a few things in the inventory just to, you know, because I was going to talk about it anyway. You have a map option you can toggle on and off. You can also use the, I believe it's the M key. Oh, it's not the M key. Well, there's a key for it somewhere. Anyway, you have a map here you can toggle on and off if you get lost. Of course, the identify button here, what it does is you can look at your stuff, like our basic gear we brought from Earth, the new shoes we have, old sword, yada yada. You have a gold count in the corner. Each character has a stat sheet which shows your current level being 1, and I'm an Initiate Warrior as the title for level 1. Different levels have different titles. You can see I've got 20 out of 150 of my starting HP. My strength and my damage speed is, well, how quickly I move. And my armor weight, which is 67 out of a potential 1,000. And also armor. Oh, sorry, not armor, weight. Weight is how much you can carry, and it will come into play in later levels when we start getting bogged down with loot. And when you fill up with weight, you can't move at all. You'll see that later. You can switch between a picture of your character here. And you can also equip items by dragging and dropping them. Like, see how I'm sure that I can actually drag the shirt onto him, and he'll put it back on, but it's easy to just click it like that, so I don't know why they included that feature. You can see any bonuses you have right here, like right now we have these Dragon Scale boots, which, as you remember, give us level 1 fire protection. But if we were to take those off, well, first it would make that disenchantment remove sound, but then it's no longer there. Also note that every item has a durability, and touching that lava is rapidly damaging our stuff. That's something to keep in mind. For that reason, I actually want to turn off my secondary sword entirely, because I don't want to damage the good sword. Go ahead and keep the crap one on, because that's just a wall breaker for me at this point. And the final thing to go over will be our journal. Our journal here has any quest we have. Currently we have to locate the gauntlet, which isn't hard, we'll get to that soon enough. And we can switch between it like that. And there is one last thing we can look at, which is our Book of Knowledge. It contains all of the scrolls we own and any abilities we have. Since I currently don't have any abilities, because I'm level 1, all we can look at right now is a collection of beast scrolls we have. Obviously all we have for now is the bat, but there will be many more to come. So, looks like we're about ready to make another jump. We gotta make the long one. So again, save the game, and here we go. And now, through the magic of editing, you guys cannot have to wait 10 minutes like I will for that final jump. Okay, now everyone, we're ready for our final jump, and then we can continue on with the game, so here we go. Alright. There we go. With that, we get through, and we can happily head on and continue with our Let's Play. So the first thing I want to do is behind this shopkeeper here... Oh, I already broke that. Yeah, I stood around waiting so long I couldn't remember what I already broke. That is sad. Well, with that, to my knowledge, there's no more secrets out here. And if I missed one, I want you guys to call me out on it. There's not a lot of data on Nox on the internet, so it's very possible that through my own testing and several playthroughs, I mean quite a lot over my lifetime, and a few more just before I started this to make sure I was fresh, it's quite possible I still missed something, and if I did, I want you to tell me, and I will credit you when I show off what I missed when you say so. For now, let's head into the city proper.
What? A wizard spy?
Come with us peacefully, or I'll bash you again.
So that's our first introduction to the, I guess, classism, because it's not really racism of this game, is that, well, wizards and warriors really hate each other. But he dropped his staff, so I think I'll be taking that. He won't be needing it in the dungeons of Dunmere. And in here, I'm going to show you another neat little thing. When you have you can have two items equipped at once, two weapons rather. You have your primary weapon and your backup weapon. If you hit V, as you see here in the corner, a little V symbol, it'll swap between them. It's nice to have one cheap weapon just for things like this, just breaking things, and to have a secondary weapon for main combat. It's also nice to have like maybe a ranged weapon and a melee weapon, also work pretty good. But for now, let's go ahead and break all this, because this is how you find a lot of your loot in Nox, is by breaking people's stuff. And here we get a medieval shirt. And a few more apples. Now note my health isn't full, but when I don't have full health and I pick up a healing item, it'll actually use the healing item on the spot to heal you. Unless the healing item will heal you for more health than you're missing, then it will not. Because it'll be wasteful then, it'll let you make the decision to be wasteful on your own. So as we see here, armor value of our earth clothes is 10, armor value of our medieval shirt is 20. So let's swap into that, shall we? Here we've got another shopkeeper, nothing I care about. You can browse his wares at your own discretion if you feel so inclined. Let's continue on and explore some more town, shall we? Through here we've got another barrel we can break for 25 easy gold. Hey, what's up, cutie?
You're new around here, aren't you? It's a shame you're not a fire knight. I just adore fire knights.
So it seems if we want to get the ladies in this place, we need to become a fire knight. But that's a good enough reason for me to go on with the quest. And I am going to be breaking pretty much everything in this LP that I can, because that's where the loot comes from. And I have a destructive personality. Also, shopkeepers at inns. The shopkeepers at inns generally carry food and alcohol on them. Alcohol doesn't do much for you. It's, well, drink this and you do get some health back. However, it gets you drunk, which is why I try to avoid using it when I can. He had a sword, but we've already got an awesome sword, so we don't need to buy his. By the way, this will not be a no-shop run like it was when I played Skyrim, because shops are a lot more important in this game. Especially for the other classes of, say, the Wizard and Conjurer class. Hey, I thought I saw a second wine. Did I pick it up? I must have. Fair enough. Go ahead and break all this stuff, and here we get some steak. Steak, oh, there, I did see another alcohol. It's over here. Steak is like apples, only they heal you a lot more. Go ahead, grab some gold, if I can ever learn how to click on things. A few more apples here. If you're diligent in your exploration, you can normally find all the healing items you're gonna need. Normally. Through here we get even more gold in a chest. And some cheap stuff to break open, nothing there sadly. And finally we got a little bit more breaking to do and then we'll be ready to continue on. So through here we've got an apple orchard that we can't get in. This is a well of healing. If you're injured and you click on this, you get full HP. But we're not injured, so it doesn't do anything. But it's not like they have only one use. You can use well of healing unlimited time, so don't hesitate to use them. You don't need to save them or anything like that. Finally, we've got another shopkeep here.
You're not going to find anybody around here with better prices.
He's got some armbands if you want to up your armor rating, but we'll get armbands on our own later on anyway. So for now, I'm going to come back here, and the keen-eyed viewer might see another secret. Go ahead, pop this open, get some easy gold. 45 gold in the bank, excellent. And back here we've got nothing. Although we can look to the windows and see an interesting machinery room. There are some interesting mechanics like machinery in Nox. Technology seemed to be somewhere like just after the Middle Ages when you were starting to get a little more clever. but they hadn't quite figured it all out yet, so they were still using swords and bows. Now I'm showing this shopkeeper as well to make a point.
Are guaranteed to work under all circumstances.
He wants to give me $7 for my shirt and only $42 for my sword. That does not seem like a very good deal at all. And that's because shopkeepers in Nox actually have prejudice. That shopkeeper doesn't care much about warriors, so he doesn't give you a good price.
So, here to run the dreaded gauntlet and seek your glory as a fire knight, You'll need more than burning desire. For example, one of my fine shields might come in handy during the gauntlet run, and I charge a fair price.
This shopkeeper, on the other hand, is a lot more friendly towards warriors. He thinks that they're very good people, and he'll pay you a lot more. As you can see, $49 for that, and $280 for that. Yeah, it is not a bad idea, Nox, to shop around. Go ahead and sell our shirt since we have a better one now. And we'll get rid of our flimsy copper sword because that's just a breaker weapon and we've got the staff anyway. 66 for the staff, 61 for the sword. But I'm going to keep the staff because it's not damaged. Also, every shopkeeper in the game can repair damaged goods. The more valuable the item, the more it costs. Like 59 for my boots here. But I don't need to repair them yet. They're still doing a fine job. And with that, I think we've gone over enough mechanics and I've gotten all the secrets that I'm aware of in the first area. So we're going to end it here, and next time we'll begin the quest proper. For now, I am Nosgard Silverclaw, here with our character, Jack the Initiate Warrior, and I hope that you guys will enjoy this series as much as I think I'm going... Oh, I missed a barrel. As much as I'm going to enjoy making it. You can also break things with your fist. Have a good one, everybody. Damn.